Its 13th annual concert this summer. Is how many years have you been playing that?
I think I've done the last 5 or 6, and it's been going, I guess, 10.
13, I think.
10 or 13. Well, there you are. How quickly they just fade into the past. But
you did something in Austin as well.
Oh yeah, I kind of usually follow up. After the Okima.
At the Cactus Cafe.
Either Cactus Cafe or Threadgills or something. Kind of do the little the mini Woody Fest. With all the stragglers that come back, make it back from Oklahoma in time to do that. But we tell everybody, man, it's not hot enough in Texas, so we go to Oklahoma for the summer. But it's a funny place for of course, it's Woody's hometown.
Right.
His old growing up stomping grounds, and the people there in Okima have just really been nice the last few years. They've really opened up, and they love to tell stories on all the old characters around there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a brutal weather, as you guys know.
Yeah, we know.
As it has been here in Texas, but Oklahoma in the middle of the summer. How did Woody figure out how to get born there, man? That's great, huh?
Well, we talked about your photos and drawings here in Houston at the Art Museum. We also talked about them up in New York. But you have a gallery in Wimberley called the
Bluebird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my wife actually, she's an acupuncturist, and so it's kind of a clinic and gallery.
Okay.
You can either get stuck while you're watching art. Get needled, hopefully.
How long has that gallery been open?
2 or 3 years now. It's it's a fun little place.
That's right.
Out on the square there in Wimberley.
And I asked you earlier off the air if you were doing some river guides, but you said you didn't have any booked yet. But
we didn't have any water down there this year, which in some years has not stopped us. We always tell people if they fall out of the boat to just get back up and dust themselves off and jump back in, but they've had just a few weeks this year where there's been plenty of water, but I think they're still going at it. I'm gonna line up something here before long. It's one of my favorite gigs on the planet, to go boating for 3 days and spend a couple of nights out around a campfire by the river and under the stars and just sing songs till everybody drops.
That's beautiful.
Which for some people it doesn't take that long.
Sure.
They start early.
Those Canadians that want to come down here.
Yeah.
Take a little boat ride down the Rio Grande.
You betcha. Hey, the Flatlanders were just in Canada. We played the Calgary Festival and then the Edmonton Festival a couple of weeks later. And it was like 75 degrees, 80 degrees, and all the Canadians were saying,
so hot up here.
It's so hot. We said, it's terrible hot. I don't see how you stand it.
Now, do your kids go on these boat ride adventures with you, rafting down the?
My son's been on a few of them, and
And he sings with you as well. These campfire things.
He's just now beginning to do the singing.
Hone his craft.
Yeah, and so it's been. I think the one he went on recently was actually not so recent. It was a year and a half ago, a New Year's trip, and that was before. I was right about the time he picked up the guitar right after that, I think. So. And
you've homeschooled him your whole life, and he just started high school and he jumped a grade because you're such a great teacher.
Well, we had he's my wife did a lot of that, and then the kids were on their own recognizance. And that helped him a whole lot too, I think. But actually, he's been doing a Montessori school there in Wimberley for 2.5 years, and I kind of made the transition from homeschooling in the desert to being in the big social melee of Wimberley.
Mm-hmm. He's been in high school a week. How's he like it so far?
Oh, he loves it.
Does he?
He was going over to the high school for after school programs for the last couple of years. That's where he started doing the one string instrument, which was the yo-yo, and he became.
And he's a master.
He got the competition grade on that, and then he added 5 more strings, and he's got presto a guitar.
Yeah, well, when he can do them both at the same time,
it's
we
amazing.
know he made it.
Yeah, I know. We're working on that. And I said, okay, Rory, he's got a unicycle, too. He's turned it into some kind of this circus bear or some sort, But if anybody can do it, I think he'll give it a shot.
There you go. Butch Hancock live in the KBFT studio tonight at Main Street Crossing, and a few more dates scattered through our neighborhood. And he's also doing one with the Flatlanders up in Missouri on September 10th.
Columbus, Missouri. And on September 10th. That's next month. Good. Okay.
Yep.
My calendar, sense of calendar is coming slowly back to me.
Thank God for that tour manager.
Yeah. And 24th of September in Santa Rosa, California. I'm going to be doing dates up through Missouri and that Midwest a little bit, and then out to California.
And people can check those dates out on your website, which is
butchhancock.net.
There you go.
And we keep you posted on that one.
Very nice. What are you going to sing for us next?
Let me do. This is a new song that will be on a new album. I was shooting for October. It looks like it's going to be November or first of the year before it's going to get out, but. The album will be called 7 Cities of Gold, and this is one of the songs on it called What a World. Well, if I could get it all together, I'd be one with everything, but depending on the weather, I might put it off spring. Through the long hot summer, I'm waiting for the fall. And winter soon reminds me I'd like to see and do it all. There's green leaves, then they're yellow, then they're brown, and then they're gone. There's sunlight, and there's twilight, and there's starlight till the dawn. There's screams of pain and pleasure, and whispers in the wind. I shake my head and wonder at what a world this mess is in. There's throwdowns and there's toss-ups, and there's scenes behind the scenes. There's women and their gossips, and there's men and their machines. There's ways to know about it all, and if I get the chance again, I'll live in constant wonder at what a world this mess is in. When I feel a gentle breeze, I wonder how it stirs. When I see a poor man's needs not met, my own needs look absurd. I seem to walk the line between what will be and what's been, and it's all along that line I see what a world this mess is in. Every time I listen, there's nothing to be Every time I speak or sing, I'm lost in every word. I always want to go beyond wherever I have been. But it's here I sit and wonder at what a world this mess is in. It's all along that line I see what a world this mess is in.
I have to wait for November to get that one. That's too long, Butch. I love it. It's great.
I thought it was just about the right length.
Yeah. I think listeners did as well. Butch Hancock live in the KPFT studio with a song that is. Have you recorded it yet?
I've recorded it in several versions.
Okay.
And we'll see which one.
It makes it to the album?
Yeah.
All right, sounds
For
good.
sure.
You know, last time you were here, you were just about to do No Two Alike. Tell folks a little bit about that and how it went.
Oh, Lordy. That was last summer. Holy mackerel. Wasn't it? Yeah. About this time last summer. And originally 20 years ago, I did I booked in 5 nights at the Cactus Cafe there on the campus at UT, and we wound up holding it over another night. So I wound up with 140 songs, strictly things I'd written, without repeating any, and so. That actually wound up being the Tape of the Month Club for several years.
Right.
It was a lot of fun, and then this past summer we booked in another 5 nights at the Cactus Cafe. It was on the week that they were kind of making their big transition. Griff was leaving and this and that, and so everyone, all the folk world was in turmoil, if you can imagine, and it was great. But we had great fun, 5 nights in a row, and I think I wound up with about 94 songs this time.
Okay. What was it easier the second time around?
Well, actually, I think it was. I started reprogramming my brain on a lot of those songs, and a lot of the songs were things I hadn't sung over the years. I'd just sung them a few times when I wrote them, and then kind of moved on to the next ones that I was writing. But a lot of them, so they reprogrammed back in there pretty well, and then of course I'd written so many, I guess, since that time.